Switch to Martin. Alquito.
That's it long range. He's got it. This first in a Loyal jersey. 1-0 San Diego.
Stadium in San Diego. It has been a sellout the last few days. Loyal SC ready to kick off this season.
Drew actually got a hand on it, and this one will go high and up and in. One more time.
Carruth Stadium in San Diego. Professional soccer has finally arrived.
From home and away in Old Town, welcome in. It's Matchday Live. He's Darren Smith. I'm Jordan Carruth. Welcome to Old Town San Diego. We're getting ready for San Diego Loyal's third match of the season. They're on the road once again in Tacoma. Darren, it is a pleasure to see you once again.
Man, and what a crowd we already have here. We're about 35 minutes away from kickoff, and you can already feel the vibe. Our third watch party of the year. Jordan figures to be our best thus far here in 2021. We've got Chavos de Loyal, we've got locals, we've got San Diego Loyal in the house here from home and away. So hopefully you have time, if you haven't already, plot a navigation course, make your way over here to Old Town.
Yeah, we're making our way around San Diego. Last week we were in North Park. We went to Bluefoot. We had a great time, really good celebrations. Even in a loss, it was a very loud setting. We're expecting the same thing tonight from home and away. For the first time, Darren, we're away from Preshow Stadium, but with San Diego fans, with the locals and Chavos. They are here tonight. We're expecting a fun match tonight. I'm expecting 3 points. I'll go ahead and get that out of the way. I expect 3 points out of San Diego tonight, and I'm expecting there to be a lot of celebrations here at home and away.
Absolutely, and you can already hear it. Hopefully our microphones are strong enough to pick up what's happening out on the patio. As we already have a little bit of drumming, we've got a little bit of chanting. You and I have to speak a little bit louder, so they know that we're on live here on YouTube, and they're making as much noise as possible. So it's going to be a blast here tonight. It's going to be a ton of fun. But Jordan, like you said, win or lose, we drink the brews. We've already been drinking the brews. But so much of this tonight really is the significance and the importance of the third match of the year. Loyal has yet to register a win. They have yet to pick up a point. This one feels important, especially given next week's opponent.
Last week we were in North Park. San Diego came up just short. It was a heartbreaking loss against RGV. Let's go back. Let's listen to what Landon Donovan had to say. This is what the head coach for San Diego Loyal had to say following the loss.
I think if we took this game in a vacuum, we can live with it, because it was a much better performance, definitely, than the Phoenix game. I thought we made a lot of improvements, a lot of progress. Unfortunately, in this sport, what matters is what you do in either end of the field, and they made the play that made the difference. So it's probably a pretty even game. Hard to imagine that we didn't score in that game, but we can take a lot from it if you just look at the performance. Unfortunately, the reality is we lost, and so we didn't deserve to lose the game, in my opinion, but we lost, and so we have to keep making progress and just keep getting better. We wanted to mostly just see a reaction from our team and how we competed, and we got that. Our team competed well. We're much better in our bravery to build and create chances, much better than the Phoenix match. And then unfortunately we fell asleep on one play, and credit to them, they made a great play to win the game. So at the end of the day, you can do everything right. If you don't score and defend your box, then you can lose, and that's what happened tonight. But I look at performances more than results, and for the most part, I think we got pretty good performances out of every guy. Yeah, he did really well. He provided us, I think, 3 chances probably on his right foot and then his head to score. So he's not a naturally attacking player, but he gave us a lot there. And another day he probably gets a goal and we either win the game or tie the game. So I thought he was pretty good, and he helped us, always helps us defensively. He's good in possession, and then he gave us some chances to score. And I know he's frustrated he didn't hit the net, but he was in great spots. There's not a whole lot differently In fact, I don't think there's anything differently we would have done today except score the goals. And so, again, I look at all of this in a big picture context. I think about last year where we were after 2 matches. We had 4 points, but we were nowhere near where we wanted to be. This year we are. We are where we want to be, believe it or not. I wouldn't have changed much of anything today except scoring the goals and defending the box on the play that mattered. So that stuff ultimately just comes down to making the plays. And we can live with the result like this. Not happy about it, obviously, but we're going to get there. It just depends on how long it takes, but we're going to get there. I'm not concerned about that.
All right, there he is, Landon Donovan, following the loss last week at RGV, 1-0 the final score. It was a heartbreaking loss for San Diego. I think it was heartbreaking, Darren, in a couple different ways. Heartbreaking in the sense that they should have scored not one, but probably multiple goals in that one. And of course, it's heartbreaking anytime you give up a very late goal and you lose because of it. They played well enough to at least get a point, but they come home with 0, and that's what Landon Donovan had to say following the match.
Yeah, and I think you and I talked about this on the post-match show, Matchday Live last week when we were back at Bluefoot in North Park. There was so much to build on. It really did feel like it was heartbreaking to give up a goal in the 87th, 88th minute to a legend like Vicente Sanchez. But that's the way this sport goes. It breaks your heart. There was plenty to build on. I thought it was night and day improvement from the match against Phoenix Rising, Jordan. So from that standpoint, if you're a coach, if you're a supporter, you take it and you hope now to see signs of improvement tonight away again. The Road Warriors, who have traveled 5,000 miles already so far this season, away in Tacoma tonight. You hope to see this club continue to build, integrate new players, which we'll talk about later, and continue to show signs of improvement in the third match here tonight against Tacoma.
Tonight feels especially important because of the first 2 results of the season, also because of the matches coming up for San Diego. The opening part of the schedule is not easy for Loyal. They need to be able to pick up points early on, or they're going to find themselves playing catch-up for a majority of the year. That is not something they're looking to do. They want to get the scoring going early, and I don't think this is a match tonight in Tacoma, Darren, where they want to be scoreless late in the second half with anything up for grabs there late. So San Diego looking to make a point early on in this one. It feels, I know it's a longer season, 32 games, but it does feel like this one matters a little bit more than the first 2 all of a sudden.
Yeah, and we just talked about the distance traveled so far, going round trip to Phoenix, coming back on a short week, going round trip to Edinburgh, Texas, not an easy place to get to, and now going up to Tacoma, Washington. Well, next week you got to go to Louisville. If you want to talk about the quality of competition, if you want to talk about the degree of difficulty, it's very early on in the season, Jordan. We understand that, but Phoenix might be the best club in the USL. RGV, a surprising start for them. They're on top of the standings, and we also can look tonight or next week at Louisville, which is one of the better clubs that we'll see out of the Eastern Conference. So from that standpoint, it's not only distance, it's not only having to start and play 4 away, it's also the quality of the competition. So this tonight, you don't want to get into must-wins 3 matches in with 29 left to go, but this very much feels like an important 3 points for Loyal.
So that's what's happening for San Diego. It is time now to go What's on Tap. It is brought to you by Stone Brewing. What's on Tap? We know what's happening with SD. What's happening elsewhere in the Pacific? Well, you look around Real Monarchs, Los Dos. They're going to kick off tomorrow, 6 p.m. on Friday. Rowdies against Phoenix Rising, Saturday night, 5 p.m. Pacific time. That one is going to be a lot of fun. That's a match that was expected to be played. That was expected to be the championship, the final for USL last year. They could not play because of positive tests with Tampa Bay. They finally play each other in a different setting, of course, but that is something to watch this weekend. Tacoma Defiance going to be back in action this weekend as well. They're going to host Orange County. Orange County finally opening up their season.
What is that about?
This weekend. Finally, they'll play match number 1. And of course, the next one for San Diego on the road at Louisville. I've looked at Louisville to start the year. They are good. Their defense is very good, and they are scoring multiple goals per game. That is not going to be an easy challenge for San Diego. So that is what's on tap for San Diego Loyal. Let's look at the standings now. Where do we stand very early on, Darren?
Well, Jordan, I think this is important as you look at the table in the Pacific Division. Yeah, what else is new? Phoenix Rising on top. There's Sacramento. They win last night against Las Vegas Lights. Tacoma sitting there in that coveted 4th spot. The playoffs don't start today, so there's no point in talking about that. But top 4 in the Pacific Division are going to go to the postseason. It's way too early to say that Phoenix and Sacramento are already in that position, but these are clubs that are used to postseason action. That's what Phoenix has come to expect of itself. That's what Sacramento Republic supporters come to expect of that club. So is it too early to say that 2 and 4 spots have already been grabbed? Of course it is. A lot can change between now and the end of the season. But those are 2 playoff teams from a year ago. So what is San Diego Loyal? Where do they want to be? They don't want to be around Las Vegas Lights. They don't want to be around Tacoma. They don't want to be around a newcomer like Oakland. They fancy themselves as a club like Phoenix, like Sacramento here, even in season number 2. So you want to be towards the top of those standings for obvious reasons. But that's the kind of club that San Diego Loyal thinks it's building, to be there every year where you look at the standings and you go, of course you see San Diego Loyal up there the same way you see Phoenix and Sacramento.
Yeah, absolutely. San Diego actually, well, Tacoma is above them. They're looking up at Tacoma Defiance. That could potentially change tonight. We'll find out what San Diego can do on the road. Again, this one feels pretty important. Darren and I are at home and away. We are in Old Town. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. You can hear the drums in the background.
Can you hear the drums? Do you think you can hear the drums?
I think you can hear the drums. I'm not so sure you can hear us at all, but it should be a lot of fun tonight. We'll take our first time out. When we come back, plenty to get to. The starting 11 is out. We'll break that down. We'll also get to the keys to the match a little bit later on. Plenty to discuss from home and away in Old Town. Matchday Live back after this.
Summer starts here. With big savings on a new Toyota, you can go out and do all the things that make summer the best time of the year. But don't miss out on all the fun. See your Toyota dealer and catch a great deal today.
Right now, drive home a stylish new Corolla with a low $199 a month lease. Or you can save big with $1,500 factory cash back.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Chosen Foods. We are inspired by the vibrant culinary lifestyle of the Baja Med and, of course, by avocados. From our flagship avocado oil to our family of dressings, mayos, simmer sauces, and guacamoles, the versatility of all Chosen Foods avocado-based products offer you the freedom to be both healthy and creative in the kitchen. Join us in the sun-drenched utopia of Chosen Foods, the avocado. Celebrate it.
Segment 2.
During this pandemic, many families are worried about visiting healthcare facilities. I'm Dr. Gail Knight, Rady Children's Senior Vice President and Chief Medical Officer. I'd like to share with you the advice that I give my own family and friends. The best thing that you can do to keep your child healthy is to continue to keep routine appointments like vaccinations and regular checkups. This keeps you, your child, and our community as protected as possible. We are always open, we are here for you, and we are safe.
All right, welcome back. Home and away in Old Town. San Diego Loyal season ticket memberships for the 2021 season. Jordan, they are on sale. Our season starts at home at Torero Stadium in just 16 days. Members receive priority access to the first 2 home matches, starting with the home opener on May 29th against Las Vegas Lights. Choose between 3 membership levels of benefits. Get the perks of being a member. Visit sdloyal.com/membership or email tickets@sdloyal.com. Here from home and away. What an atmosphere we've got here already.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun here on Matchday Live. It's a lot of fun being out and about with the supporters for San Diego. No question about that. Some news a little bit earlier before we started today's show. The club made an announcement about a brand new player, a new defender in with San Diego. His name is Hunter Ashworth. Darren, not only did we find out about a brand new player today, the new player, Hunter Ashworth, is in the starting 11 for San Diego Loyal. So you'll learn about him a little bit, and now we're going to get to know what he's all about on the field. Hunter Ashworth, part of the starting 11 tonight. You wonder what it means for an injury potentially that we saw earlier with Grant Stoneman, but we don't have many answers for that. What we do know is The defender was announced. He's in the starting 11, and the starting 11 has a couple other changes beyond that.
Yeah, and Hunter Ashworth becomes now the 7th different player in 3 matches to debut for San Diego Loyal. Think about that. This has been a completely revamped lineup. And you mentioned who knows what this means for Grant Stoneman. Also, I think of significance, Joshua Yarrow did not make the trip to Tacoma. So, as the saying goes, when it rains, it pours, perhaps, now that there's been a little bit of an injury outbreak there on that back line. But Jordan, a lot of this looks very familiar. Trey Muse, what a night for him as he returns to Tacoma. Remember, a year ago, Trey Muse was in net when San Diego Loyal notched its first ever win in SD Loyal history, sneaking 2 goals past him. Well, now he's ours, so we don't want to see that happen. But Zizo on the back line, Benkei Ezil, Ashworth, those 2 are teammates there in Pittsburgh. Metcalf, Adams, there's a different shape here tonight. Instead of a 3-5-2, which we've come to expect from San Diego Loyal, Landon Donovan, and from Nate Miller, I'm told it's going to be a little bit more of a 4-4-2 diamond setup. In that midfield, you got the English Channel with Charlie and Jack, Colin Martin, Guido, Herzog, and Ben Spencer, responsible for 100% of the goals scored this season for SD Loyal. He also earns his first start at 2021.
So we do see some changes with the starting 11. Your captain, Sal Zizo, very excited to see that once again. So the starting 11, a little bit different. We see Hunter Ashworth, the brand new player, in the starting 11. That is something everyone's going to be watching for tonight. What is the impact with the back line and Hunter Ashworth? So that's the starting 11. Stat of the match, I mean, there's plenty of different stats. You brought one up right there. Ben Spencer has 100% of the goals for San Diego Loyal. I think San Diego would prefer that changes tonight, though.
Yes, I would think so. And our stat man has pointed out to us that though it's way early in the season, there's an old phrase, I think it was Wayne Gretzky, Jordan, who said, you're going to miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Well, San Diego Loyal finds itself now through 2 matches here, really at the bottom of the standings when it comes to shots taken. They've only taken 10 total shots through their first 2 matches, away at Phoenix, of course, last week at RGV. So would we like to see a little bit more? Put a little pressure on the Tacoma keeper. Let's see if they can create a little bit of havoc here with Guido, with Herzog, with Ben Spencer. They're at the bottom of shots taken here. You've got other clubs in this league that have taken 25, 30 shots a match. Averaging 5 a match is probably not going to lead you to any great success or consistent success. So let's see that pick up a little bit here tonight against Tacoma.
An announcement a little bit earlier today. Single game tickets are going on sale next week. They're going to go on sale next Wednesday, May 19th at 10 a.m. for all matches starting with the June 19th match against Phoenix Rising FC. You can visit sdloyal.com/tickets for more information. Darren and I, it's Matchday Live. We are from home and away in Old Town. You can hear Chavos. You can hear the locals in the house. The beer is flowing. We're expecting a lot of fun tonight. Darren, what I'm really looking forward to early on in the season, this is the point of the year where San Diego, they have new players. They have players that they want to get going a little bit. This is the time to get guys like Corey Herzog going. You don't want to wait too long for Corey Herzog to open his account, as they say. You don't want to wait a couple matches. You want to get him going now. You don't want to fall behind too much too early.
Yeah, and I think that this has been a point, Jordan, that you and I have spoken to different people in the club. They have said, we know Rubio Rubin is doing amazing things in MLS, but who is going to be the man? Who is going to say, hey, you know what, we're going to boss the match. Who's going to come out there? Now, not everybody has the talent of Rubio Rubin, so we're not saying you can do that overnight, but Corey Herzog has been around this league for a really, really long time. He's 3rd on the all-time scoring list. Where is the killer instinct? Where is the presence? Where is that confidence and command of a match? Who's got the ability to go out there and boss the match later on tonight? Loyal's waiting to see who is that going to be. No more playing tentative here. You want to play smart, but you don't want to play tentative, even though you're playing away. We keep referring to it. Next week's match against Louisville, against the first-place club early on in the season, against the Crown Jewel Stadium in USL. That's not going to be easy at all, and it's a long distance to travel. So who out there is going to say, hey, you know what, enough's enough. This 1-goal stuff, taking a couple of shots, we've had it. We're going to go out there. You're going to feel what San Diego Loyal's all about here tonight.
I'm glad I was reminded in the comments section with the announcement a little bit earlier with Hunter Ashworth starting. What does that mean on that back line? Well, it does mean that Yarrow is not starting. Not only is Yarrow not starting, he is not available for San Diego Loyal tonight. He did not make the trip, so we'll see what the impact is. We'll do our best to get some information on Yarrow, but he did not make the trip tonight, so he is unavailable against Tacoma. It's a new look on that back line. Once again, they'll be tested against a team that has already picked up a point in one match this season. So, a lot of questions today, a lot of fun to be had at home and away. We have one more segment to go. When we come back, we'll get to our pick to kick. Who will we select? It is zeros across the board. We're all tied for first in the pick to kick. We'll get
How many people are going to pick Ben Spencer tonight, I wonder?
We'll find out. We're back to home and away after this.
It starts off with a little seed, and with a little love from nature, it sprouts to life. And when delicious fresh fruits and veggies are perfect, they are rushed to the home of fresh. Sprouts, where goodness grows.
Want a perfect pair of sunglasses for your every occasion? Hit up the Knockaround Custom Shop. With over 1 million possible combinations, why not get a pair for every you? 8 a.m. I need a coffee you. Clocking a few miles you. Game day you. Happy camper you. Fun in the sun you. On the slopes you. Dog days you. Happy hour you. Si se puede you. The Knockaround Custom Shop. You design them, we build them.
I'm not even sure what's happening here, and I know it's fast, but I'm in love with you. We're gonna be together forevs, and I'm gonna keep you looking good, boo. That's why I got you unlimited washes. That's right, we're gonna binge wash, babe. Commit to your car. What are you waiting for?
All right, welcome back. Home and away. It's Matchday Live. San Diego Loyal getting set to take on Tacoma Defiance. Jordan, what do you think of this shirt?
This shirt? I like it. It looks good. What color is it?
This is, I believe, Tory Green. Jordan, you like this shirt? You want to know where you can find one of these? You want to know where you can find some of these shirts that we're seeing here, maybe in our background? Well, you can buy the newest SD Loyal gear, including kits, the Adidas collection, and some unique designs that you can't find anywhere else at the shop. You can shop online today at theshop.sdloyal.com or visit the shop in Mission Valley.
Very good stuff there. Very good selection out of you. I
Fits
like
really
it.
well. Feels nice. You want to touch it, you can come by here, home and away. You can actually touch this shirt if you want to make it here during the match. I'll let you do that free of charge.
If that doesn't get you down to home and away, I really don't know what will at this point.
If it's not the drumming, the beer, the great vibe here, the great energy, a picture-perfect postcard day in San Diego, then maybe it's just the opportunity to come down and touch my shirt.
Yeah, there's been a lot of energy here on the pre-match show. Outside of Torero Stadium, this is the most energy we've been around for Matchday Live. Very excited for tonight's match. I think San Diego Loyal squad just as excited for this one, hoping to come away with those 3 points. It is time now for our pick to kick. Who will score for tonight's match for San Diego Loyal? The rules are simple. 3 points for a goal, 1 point for an assist. The rules are simple as I'm forgetting them here on the spot. But it's been pretty easy to follow so far. Nobody has any points. Everyone was 0. No one selected Ben Spencer in that very first match against Phoenix. No one scored for San Diego last week in Texas. So everyone has 0 points coming into match day 3. It's going to be a lot of fun. Shannon McMillan, Jack Cronin, Chavos, Locals, Darren, and myself all making selections. Again, we're all tied at 0 points. But the bright side, we're all tied for first with plenty of room for growth. Darren, who are you selecting tonight?
Jordan, I'm going to go with Jack Blake. I think this feels like one of those matches, when you look and you say, who do you think has the capabilities of going out there and bossing the match? I'm going to go with Jack Blake, just from what we've seen in training, what we've seen a little bit during the preseason. I know right now we're sitting on 1 goal so far in the season, and that came unassisted. So nobody has any points. We're all on equal footing. I appreciate your optimism in saying that we're all in first place. We're also all in last place. But by the end of the night, I'm going to be out in last place because Jack Blake is not only going to have a goal, he's also going to have an assist.
All right, rest of the picks. Shannon McMillan and myself. If we can get that graphic back up, I need to look at it. Ben Spencer is a selection for Shannon McMillan. Ben Spencer also a selection for myself. I do know that the locals went with Elijah Martin. Last week, I thought Elijah Martin pretty unlucky not to come away with a goal. It looked like Martin had a great opportunity not to score once, but potentially twice. Locals are riding with Elijah Martin. And Jack Cronin, once again, on the Corey Herzog train. He is going with Corey Herzog every single week this year. At least that's been the case in the first 3.
Yeah, I think, you go with history, right? Who's most likely to score based on history? It would be Corey Herzog. And on behalf of our hosts tonight here at Home and Away, Chavos the Loyal, who have just done an incredible job of providing the energy here. Chavos are going to go with Alejandro Guido tonight. So, of course, as our stat man, Sean Kelly, will quickly remind us, and as he often reminds us, since Alejandro Guido joined San Diego Loyal, he has been on the pitch, Jordan, for 100% of the goals scored while Guido has been with the club. I don't know what to make out of that stat. I just know that's the stat. So tip of the cap there to our guy Sean. 100% of the goals scored by San Diego Loyal while Guido's been with the club have been with him on the field. I don't know how long he plays tonight. First match was 45 minutes. Second match was 60. Maybe we'll see him a little longer tonight. Maybe we see him into the 75th minute. I don't know. All I know is good things seem to happen when he's out there on the pitch.
Yeah, that makes me feel a little bit better about my Ben Spencer selection. Guido on the field, Spencer on the field as well. That could produce some goals for San Diego. Darren, season ticket memberships are now on sale. The San Diego Loyal season ticket memberships for the 2021 season on sale now. Members are going to receive priority access to the first 2 home matches, starting with the home opener on May 29th. Is against Las Vegas. You can choose between 3 membership levels of benefits, and you can get the perks of being a member. Visit sdloyal.com/memberships or emailing tickets at sdloyal.com. One of the players I'm watching tonight in net for San Diego, Trey Muse, who is back with the team he's on loan from with Seattle Sounders. We saw him with Tacoma last year when San Diego played Tacoma back in March, right before everything shut down. And then things changed for everyone, of course, but it changed for Trey Muse after that. Following the shutdown, Muse went back to Seattle, was part of the MLS is Back tournament in Orlando, was a part of that, and then continued with Seattle Sounders. He found himself on the bench. He also found himself on the injury report several times throughout the year. But I know everyone is excited, including Trey Muse. And we saw a little bit of this during the preseason when they visited Seattle to play the Sounders. We got to see a little bit of a return for Trey Muse. You saw him hugging all of his teammates, the team that he is on loan from. But that is someone to watch tonight. How will he respond in net in front of a very familiar crowd?
Yeah, and right now, currently through 2 matches, Jordan, again, it's very early, so it always feels a little weird to get too deep into the statistics. But he has 10 saves so far in the season. That ranks 2nd at the USL Championship level. Only 1 keeper in the entire league has more saves, and it's 1 more save. Somebody's sitting on 11. Trey Muse is sitting there on 10. So I know that opening night away at Phoenix against the incredible Phoenix side, which is undefeated and looks every bit the part as they have for the last 3 years, was tremendously disappointing. But also keep in mind he set the SD Loyal record, or equaled the SD Loyal record, with 8 saves that night. So 2nd in the USL Championship. He's been really, really good for Loyal thus far, and I look forward to seeing that continue again tonight because, of course, you want to prove something to the club that has your rights. You signed a homegrown contract with them. So, of course, there's always something to prove when you're out there. And for anybody who wonders, well, why isn't he playing for Tacoma? Well, Tacoma wanted to get him with a club that had high expectations, that thought of itself as a playoff caliber club. and that's San Diego Loyal here tonight. So now it's up to Loyal to live up to their end of the bargain and provide that environment for Trey Muse.
Yeah, it's very easy for us in San Diego to bring up, hey, Trey Muse needs to play with a better team than Tacoma. Very easy for us to say that. But that's what's being written in Seattle. That's not just what's happening here in San Diego. They wanted Trey Muse playing in front of a back line that has more talent and something that he would be more familiar with than what he would have with Tacoma. Something a little bit closer to the Seattle Sounders, let's say. So that's something to watch for tonight, Trey Muse. Corey Herzog is the other big story for me. Getting him going, letting him find the back of the net. And so Corey Herzog trying to get things going. He's been close. He's only had a few chances, but I think that changes tonight. If you look at the Team of the Week in USL Championship, this is now the second consecutive week that SD Loyal will be facing a team with a defender who is on the reigning Team of the Week in the league. Not only does that happen, but the goalkeeper for RGV found himself on the Team of the Week in the league after his performance against San Diego. So Darren, here is my prediction tonight. In addition to the 3 points for San Diego for the first time this year, we will also have a first. I think San Diego find themselves with a player on the Team of the Week rolling into their match against Louisville next week. Who that player will be, I have no idea. I can only predict so much on Matchday Live. But I will say that I think they will find someone on the Team of the Week going into next week.
Wow, okay, so Jordan's not only giving you a pick to kick, he's also going to say maybe multiple players on the USL starting 11 for the week. Jordan, this would be the first time for me after Phoenix away at RGV. This would be the first time where Loyal doesn't come home with 3 points, where I truly feel disappointed. Away at Phoenix is always going to be a challenge, even given the history late last season. RGV, we talked about it, Toros 2.0. It feels like there's something that they're building there that's real. We'll see the way it plays out over the span of the season. But tonight, with Louisville out there on the horizon next Saturday night away, this very much feels like the first time that you could go, wow, I'm going to be really disappointed if they don't come home with the 3 points.
All right, I think it's time for Darren and I to go hang out with the locals in Chavos. What do you say?
I would say so. What are they, taking a break? I mean, they dropped off a bunch of stickers. I'm sure they've been doing all sorts of stuff behind us, but they have brought the energy here tonight, Jordan. And for anybody who's watching us on the SD Loyal YouTube page, tonight, ESPN Plus, the Fox 5 app here locally, and the Fox 5 website. And also Azteca America on Canal 33. I hope I did that okay. My Spanish is always a little rusty, but Channel 33 here locally in San Diego.
I thought that was very well done. I'm out of beer, so the show's over. We got to go. We need a refill. We need 3 points tonight. I think it happens. We'll find out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Darren and I will be back for the post-match show. You can check out the Unnamed Soccer podcast on Instagram at halftime. We'll be on IG Live here from home and away. So it should be a lot of fun. Tune over, Fox 5 app, ESPN Plus, however you will consume tonight's match. Enjoy it. We'll be back for the post-match. It's time to drink some beer.
Yeah, post-match. They're going to be behind us, baby. Let's do it.
It's time to get moving with the financial partner that's here for your journey. From small steps to big milestones, USE Credit Union is here for you. With tools to help you bank fast, solutions to help you go far, and a team of dream makers that's ready to help you step forward with confidence. USE Credit Union.
I told her that we